Curt, you've won everywhere you coached. How do you continue that trend in Bloomington?
Just keep doing what we do. And, I think we made great progress in December with the roster. Stepped foot on campus, a lot of guys were in the transfer portal, kept about half the guys we wanted to, brought 22 new guys in, flipped the roster, changed the culture between the winter conditioning program and the end of spring ball, brought 7 more transfers in at the end of spring ball in positions of need. It's one day at a time. I see you can't really measure it tangibly because we haven't played a game. But I know we're going to be competitive, and I know we're going to put a different product out there than we have in the past.
And you come in with a fiery personality. You wear your emotions on your sleeve. We saw that at the basketball game. What do you want your teams to show? What kind of personalities you want them to have?
On the field, we want to be fast, physical, relentless, play smart, disciplined, and poised. Our teams not only have won a lot of games, but we least penalized team in the league. Least amount of turnovers in the league. And then the important things. Number 1 in the country against the run, sacks, TFLs, points, stuff like that. Now, I'm not saying we're going to be all of those, but we're going to be smart, disciplined, and poised on the field, and we're going to fly around.
So how does that translate from smaller size schools to bigger size schools in bigger conferences? Because whether it was Elon or James Madison, you had success, and now you go into a Power 5 league that becomes one of the biggest ever with 18 teams. How does it translate from one level to the next?
Football's football. The fundamentals of what it takes to be successful doesn't change.
So then how do you define success if it's more than just wins and losses?
I define success by winning, and that's what we're aiming to do this fall.
Schedule like this is not going to be perfect for everybody. You have 18 teams, you have non-conference rivalries that a lot of programs still want to play. You have to go coast to coast sometimes. So how do we find as close to an ideal schedule as possible for teams inside the Big Ten?
Well, the way I kind of look at that is like rule changes. Tell me what the rules are and I'll adjust and thrive. Schedule the same way. You get what you get, right? This is an elite conference. It was a very prestigious conference before we expanded. Now you expand with 4 teams that have all been in the top 10, top 5 in their recent history. This is an elite conference. So there's no easy outs. You got to play well. You want to be in a great league, you're going to play against great competition. You got to deal with it. Look, last year at JMU, game 2, 3, and 4, we were on the road. We played at Virginia, Power 5 team. We went down to Troy, who won their side of the league last year, beat them, got back at 5 in the morning. The next week had to go to Utah State and play, and got back at 10 a.m. All right? We won all those games. You got to get it done on the field. There's no easy way to go about this. It's not supposed to be easy.
So how much then of your recruiting philosophy, whether it's traditional recruiting or finding guys in the portal, is more than just about their ability to play and also about their ability to adjust to those kind of things that you're just talking about right there?
Well, you got to have a certain amount of ability to be successful, right? But then you're looking for guys with the right thoughts, habits, priorities, multiple guys that can fit into a team system, because you get 11 guys doing their job. That's not addition, it's multiplication.
You brought up the transfer portal and the work that you've done in there already. Where are we with the transfer portal in terms of the process of it? How right is it? What still needs to work with it?
You mean nationally?
Yes. And for you, specifically.
We're at the Big Ten coaches meetings out in California. Who would have ever thought that 2 years ago, right? And right now, what we're talking about is revenue sharing, okay? So, there was NIL transfer portal, and in the next week, next couple of days, a lot of things are going to change. So I don't know where we're at in terms of the portal. Will some rule change tomorrow? But whatever happens, we're going to thrive and make the best of it and use it to our advantage.
And is that going to be the same attitude no matter what happens with this litigation? Because it could obviously turn everything on its head that we know right now in college sports, and specifically in college football.
Well, I think there's a plan, and I think there's a plan where everybody can use the resources that they have to be successful down the road and win championships.
Curt, let's finish here. Between now and Game 1 for you when it becomes real at Indiana and 2024 season kicks off? What's priority number one for you and your staff?
Well, you know, it's make the most of every day. I mean, we're going to have about 40 official visits in June. We'll take a couple weeks off. Players are going to be conditioning, strength and conditioning all summer. We'll start camp July 31st. Make the most of each day, improve as much as we can. It's a process. So when we run out that tunnel in the opener, you know, we got the right mindset. We're ready to go.
Just 40? That keeps you busy enough throughout the month of June?
A little bit. It's changed.
Curt, we appreciate the time. Welcome.
Thank you.